Thank you, Mr. Chairman, honorable members of the committee. My name is Doug Jablonski. I'm Executive Director of TechRI, the Energy Council, which is made up of large energy users and large employers in the state of Rhode Island. If you don't know much about us, there's a brochure that's been left as part of the paperwork, so you can understand that better. We're here to oppose Senate 3037, with all due respect to Senator Fogarty, and which addresses the siting board and the size of it, and the ability of Burrillville to reject the tax treaty. I'll limit my testimony to just the facts of the bill and not the whole argument on whether the power plant is needed or not needed. I think that is rightly before the Energy Siting Board and not before this committee. The Siting Board and FERC on the federal level were created in such a way as to take the local emotional turmoil out of the discussion, to allow local input, but not for it to rule or overrule. If that was the case, there wouldn't be an airport built in this state, a sewer plant built in this state, Quonset developed, or any major road project, because local input would completely overrule the what would be for the general good. I think the federal government and the Rhode Island legislature knew what they were doing when they set up these boards. There's no evidence to suggest that the Energy Siting Board has made any bad decisions, wrong decisions, wayward decisions. So it's curious that this bill would be submitted at this point in time in this process to raise the number of people on the board. If there had been an outcry of people that this board needs to be changed at any time during the year, I think that it might add legitimacy, other than its purpose now is to set back the process of the plant. Most of all, this would set a very bad precedent, I think, for allowing communities to overrule the process of what things that come forward for the greater good. In our opinion, this bill essentially reverses why FERC was created, why the ESB board was created, and it would have an absolutely chilling effect on other states and other developers trying to come forward to replace the seven energy plants that are going to be shut down in New England over the next 2 years. At the end of December, Rhode Island had the #1, the highest average electrical residential rate in all of the lower 48 states. We can expect that to go much, much higher if we don't replace these electrical generating plants. I know this is a difficult decision. You know, there are times when your district's representation and that of the states is at odds, and I don't envy you having to make those decisions. I'm happy that I don't have to make them anymore. So I'd ask you to consider our testimony today, and thank you for your consideration.